Horrible sales techniques, number 1,000,001. Who comes up with this? All right, so I got solicited by somebody, and obviously they know me because it's specific to my location and what I do on YouTube. But it's actually just horrible. It's from a university. They're trying to set up a digital marketing program in my neck of the woods. I'm not going to say the university. I hate bad sales stuff. I hate it. I especially hate bad sales stuff from experts who are supposed to be good at sales, if that makes sense. It drives me freaking insane. Especially I hate bad sales stuff from experts who are supposed to be good at sales, who are going to charge students significant amount of money to learn how to sell and market. And this it's absolutely horrible. And I'm not going to name the names, not going to name the school. This frustrates me so much because it's almost like they're so just read. You got to eat your own cooking first. All right, so I'm gonna. Good morning, Josh. I would like to set up a brief call to explore having you or someone from your organization participate in our advisory panel on our digital market certificate program. All right, so first and foremost, it's good work there, starting with Josh. That's good. At least you can say to whom it may concern. However, I'd like to set up a brief call. Okay, what the hell? I don't give two craps about your brief call. I'm freaking busy, man. You'd like to set up a brief call. I don't want to. You're emailing me. I didn't email you. Why would I waste my time on a brief call with you, exploring having you or someone from your organization? So even though she knows my name, she doesn't know who I am, or else she would recognize my organization is me. So two things in the first sentence there. I would like to set up a brief call. I don't care what you like. I'm going to email this lady and say, I would like to have $1 million. Can I set up a brief time with you to how to figure that? I'm just freaking stupid. And then having not just saying you or someone from your organization. So she, other than my name, she doesn't know me from Adam. She does recognize I'm in this locality, the Atlanta metropolitan area. Right. The advisory panel meets 3 times per year to discuss the curriculum of our certificate program. That sounds great. I can't, this is all in the first paragraph. All in the first paragraph. Oh, great. So I'm going to take my time, which you don't even know who I am, obviously. And I'm going to take my time to talk to you. And then 3 times over the course of a year to discuss how I can help you. Participation is by invitation only and is based on your personal and professional accomplishments. Well, you've already violated that as you're just lying here because you obviously don't know who I am because you said I'd like for you or someone in your organization. All right. It's by invitation only. Well, it's not very. The invitation seems a pretty broad range here because you obviously are inviting the lowest of the low if you're using this as a sales piece to invite me. You obviously didn't take the time to figure out who the hell I am to invite me. This pisses me off. Bad sales pisses me off because my business, financial planning, is a good business. It helps people. Yet we got so many crappy salespeople, it drives me up the wall. All right. The meetings include a short thought leadership presentation by one of our faculty members, followed by a networking event. That sounds like hell on earth, man. I got to listen to some freaking professor yap, and followed by a networking event. So that's kind of where she's going here. We get to rub shoulders with her. I'm going to share with you here in just a second. You can learn more at the following links. All right, this is on the second paragraph. Website, the brochure. I don't give 2 craps. So I've already spent 2 paragraphs reading about this. And other than is trying to make me feel like, assuage my arrogance or my ego by saying it's an invitation only. Other than that, there's nothing. And then I get to network with some people and I get to hear professor. Wow, who gives a freaking crap? But I know there are people who do. And those are soft people with low egos. They need credentials to validate themselves like a CFP where they need to say, I'm part of this advisory program. Look at me, I'm so smart. Don't fall for that crap. That's why I hate the highly credentialed. I despise when people with high credentials say, look at me. I've got the credentials. Who gives a freaking rat's behind? All right. Other panel members include senior execs at various companies. Amazon, Bank of America, all these places. Once you have had a chance to review the materials, please reply, indicating if you'd like to be part of this exciting initiative. We do suggest you attend the class and learn more about the curriculum so you can learn about the panel and get involved with the program in a meaningful way. All right, so There are many benefits to participating as an advisor, and we offer all advisors an 80% discount to review the curriculum and participate in the program. You see what's going on here, don't you? Please reach out to me or just book an appointment on my calendar. Set up a time to discuss this exciting opportunity. All right. And I wrote back, I said, I'm not sure how it came up with me on your radar. However, you are off to a horrible, horrible start if your program is about marketing and digital marketing particularly. Did a marketer actually write this? If so, your program is sure to fail. All right, so see, this is the thing with low to mid-level executives. They need to have all they're trying to look. I can see an account executive, like I used to work in a bank, and we had account executive, AE. So it was basically the branch manager, the account executive, then the regional executive, and so I was under the account executive was basically, the Shannon, from basically maybe Newmarket down to Stanton, I think, if memory serves, maybe up to Winchester down to Stanton. Then you have that was the area executive was in charge of that. So all the different branches, were the branch managers. All right, so we flowed up to this guy, who flowed up to the guy who's in charge of the whole Roanoke, the Western VA region, if that makes sense. All right, so you got the account executive, who's in charge of this little area here, and this guy is just a banker. All he's done is done what he's told, and nothing wrong. This is just the way it works, man, in business. And he'll get on these various committees to make himself feel like he's a mover and shaker in his area. He's just not, man. He's just a corporate lackey, and I was too. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I'd be part of our local chamber of commerce, try to rub shoulders with people, the whole thing. It's just networking. All right, but that doesn't do anything. I know some people say it does. I get it, 100%. And I'm sure there are business deals on the golf course, all that stuff. In this day and age of digital marketing, though, this isn't right here. That's Chamber of Commerce crap. And there's nothing wrong with the Chamber of Commerce. I actually was active in our local Chamber of Commerce in Harrisonburg, Virginia, in Rockingham County. I enjoyed it, actually. I got to go. It was fun. I enjoyed it very, very much. I wouldn't pay for that in terms of what these guys are doing. And just to rub elbows with mid-level to low-level executives at Amazon and Nike, I could give two craps about that. The point being is what they want is a pay so you can put on your name, I am part of this university's digital marketing advisory panel. And supposedly people are supposed to be wowed by that. However, when I see that they want me to pay. I see that all they're doing is say you get to network with people. That has no appeal to me at all. If you're truly good, and this is where you got to be careful, my friends, by learning, by going to these programs at universities in this modern era, because this is the way it was done in the past. Those days are gone. That doesn't mean it can't work. It just means the days of sales like that, where we rub shoulders, like I never saw that 1960s admin or whatever that was called, Mad Men. I never saw it, but those days are so far gone. Sales today, I hate bad sales. What's in it for me? WIIFM. WIFM. You always got to know WIFM. What's in it for me? She should have said right away, Josh, this is what we can do for you. We'd love to you to be part of this program. She should have said that. She didn't, because she thinks I'm a low-level executive who needs my ego. I have a low ego is what it is. And I don't. I have a high ego. That doesn't mean I'm arrogant. That doesn't mean I'm cocky. It just means at the end of the day, I feel very highly about myself because I read. I'm smart. I know what I've been doing. I'm an experienced guy doing what I'm doing. And this level where I am, I'm very highly confident. So if you want low-level people in your advisory marketing panel, then you're going to go to people who will pay to rub shoulders with other low-level people in your advisory marketing program. The students should steer clear because they're not getting the best of business. And how we know that is just by this email right here. Email's crap. It's crap. It's just fishing. And sales has got to be with them. This is 101. And everyone's known this since day one. If you read, I can't remember the dude's book. I forgot. Influence People, Dale Carnegie, something like that. Napoleon Hill. I can't remember. But I think it's, anyway, what's in it for me? If you're in sales, you got to look at it. What's in it for your prospect? Mr. Smith, I have 5% University of Virginia tax-free coupons, highly AAA municipal bonds. Would that be something you'd be interested in? Yes, no, or otherwise. If they're not, then move on. But you hear, and even that's not a great sales thing. But you got, if you're trying to do cold calls, you're trying to introduce a product, you got to make it quick, because you got to give someone a chance to say yes or no or maybe and move on. If they say maybe, say okay, contact me when you're ready. Here's my number. If they say no, say okay, thank you for your time, hang up. Someone hears that, they're going to say yes, no, or maybe. You don't have time to waste on the maybes. You want to get the no's behind it. The no's are the best thing. You got to get the no's gone. That's the thing about sales, man. It's a numbers game. You got to get the no's. And this is why people say, why do you get political? You can have more people on your website, more on your YouTube channel. You have more clients, because it's self-selecting. I want to work with a select group of people. I don't have all the time in the world to work with everybody who would like to work with me if I was agnostic on politics. And I am not. B, I don't want to appeal to far left liberal fools. Those aren't my people, man. My people are people just like me. Conservative, loving Jesus, understand the value of a dollar. Those are people just like me. You see what I'm saying? And those people I want to deal with. Self-selecting. So if I call you and I said, back in my day, hey, Mr. Smith, Mr. Josh Scant, I wouldn't even say my name. I say, hey, we have 5% tax-free University of Virginia bonds available right now. Would you be interested in those? Yes, no, otherwise. I'm looking for all the no's I can get, because all the no's, get them off, get them off, get them off. And they might say, so 3 things going to happen there. Say, yes, okay, let's talk about it. No, I'll see ya. Or maybe. So, okay, well, call me, call me when you're ready to talk, or can I call you with other opportunities that come? If they say yes, I'll say fine. But I'm not going to try to convince them. I'm not going to beg them. I get people email me a lot about, hey, I got to convince my wife. And I said, no. They say, I got to convince my wife about paying for your services. No. I'm not in the business of convincing anybody, man. No. I tell them all the time, no, hell no, man. No. Yeah, I'm not going to convince you, because there's no upside for that other than a quick monetary gain for me. But that's all downside after that. And I don't do refunds, so I'm not getting involved in that. When I hire people, when I hire people who reach out to me, they have to want to know to do business with me. As such, they got to be willing to take the risk that says they're not going to get a refund. And it's simple. And I refunded this one guy as a client. I've refunded a couple of people. One, she had all of Tesla stock, and I had to refund her, and she wanted good change. That's fine. I mean, she wasn't mean, and she was willing to give me the money anyway. But I said no, not with all Tesla stock. 2 other guys, one in California and one in Alabama. The one in California pissed me off, actually. I was like, dude, he's like, I thought there'd be more to this. I said, hey, nope, here's your money. I couldn't believe it. I was like, man, all right, whatever. And then I had a guy in Alabama I refunded who's a clown. And that guy pissed me off, too, because he comes across like, he's with me until basically, but anyway, I refund. If they're going to be a con, I refund the money for sure. But go into it knowing full well that I don't offer very many refunds. I'm just telling you right now, because I don't have the time for that crap. You're paying for my time, not the results. And if you don't like the results, that's your fault to hire me to begin with. Sales 101, whiff them. What's in it for me? 5% tax-free bonds, is that something you're interested in or not? Right out there, yes, no, otherwise. And if the answer is no, good. Because for every 100 no's, there's going to be 2 yeses. I know that. And you make a game out of it, man. I'm calling to get the no's. And you don't have time to waste. You don't have time to talk. You just got to make the calls. Or talk to people. Just go introduce yourself. Say, I got 5% University of Virginia bonds. You interest? Tax-free. Yes, no, otherwise. And that's when I was a broker. Now, there's other things as well you could do. You see what I'm saying? You say, are you interested in learning how to have tax-free income in retirement? Yes, no, or otherwise. You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's just all there is to it. They're going to say yes, no, or otherwise. And if they say yes, then talk to them. If they say no, get them off. If they say otherwise, say, well, what are you looking to do? And then, we find out what they are. But again, you got to get the no's. You're shooting for the no's. The more you waste time on convincing people to say yes, the less you're going to get the no's. And the no's is what works. The no's is what the no's is what you're looking for to expand your success. The more no's means the more yeses. And hearing, and I tell you, it's such a game. So the more no's doesn't mean you're a bad person, doesn't mean you're a bad salesman. It just means there is a certain level of no's you have to get in order to get the yeses. Move on, make it a game. So I would always keep a chart just like this. 100 days, 100 no's, 100 no's, 100 no's. Some days I'd do 100 calls and would get no yeses. Some days I'd do 100 calls to get 5 yeses. On average, it came out to about 2% yes take. But you did not know. And the thing that sucks is when you got a yes like the first 5 calls, You knew, you're like, oh man, that means there's going to be a whole lot of no's behind it. And you want to hang it up and say, all right, I've made my day, but you can't. You got to keep doing. I've never, but I've had a couple times I got a couple yeses like the first call. And I was like, oh man, that means the rest of the day is going to be no's. But just make a game out of it, man. It's fun. It's a different day than cold calling like it was in the day. But you think about what's in it for me, for the client. What is in it for the client? And then you focus on that. It's that simple. All this other crap, don't do it. All right. Love your thoughts. Thanks.